psychotic relationship. The same girl that's been running after me for over 5 years. God has been causing mess and havoc in ministries I've come from. And she's doing all kinds of things. She's bridezilla. She wants to be the bride. But I'm telling you, God says, not you, baby. You want to marry an apostle. You want to marry a preacher. I'm not the one. I'm still on the wall from my boo. I'm still on the wall believing God that my sugar mama. She'll come in. You're not the one. You're not the one. You're not the one. So leave me alone. Some things I wasn't supposed to do. But the light bulb came on, baby, and you're not the one. You better watch out for some of these psychotic monsters in the church. Some of these even cougars. Yeah, I've had some of them come after me too. Yeah, I want to be, buy things for me, do things for me, put gas in my car so I can go to their house. No, baby, you don't want to press service, you trying to get something. But King David, who is known for his physical prowess, does nothing but benefit from the warmth her body brings. The fact that he remains from his physical contact suggests that a man needs to discipline God. He's dealing with the woman. I could preach just on this point of the need of a man being disciplined with the interaction with the woman, but that's not what I'm here to do. King David shows discipline. Discipline is the hallmark for a man. The ability to place your flesh in subjection to your spirit is strength. When I see that hot mama coming my way, and I got to put my spirit into subjection, I just gained a little more strength. No pain. The second thing that the first king illustrates for us is King David's devotion to God. King David is so devoted to God and his word that he immediately makes his son Solomon the king. He tells the people to blow the trumpet. He bids his son to sit on this throne, and he transfers his power. The problem with the church today, young people, is we don't have enough older men charging the younger men. We don't have enough older men putting us under their wings to show us the way. But I thank God for Jesus, who I can call my daddy, who I can call on, who I can say, Daddy, you know what? I need you to send me a daddy figure. That's why I thank God for people like Brother Larry, and I thank God for people like Minister Alan Brown and some of those other men, even my spiritual father, Bishop Lester Love, who took me under their wings and showed me how to be a man. I charge every adult man in this house that when you leave out of the church today, that you take a younger man and you mentor them. You stir them the right direction. And maybe they won't be shooting up each other. Maybe they won't have to rob a store to get some money. Maybe you can be their guide. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh God. In our text, we now get to listen in on our conversation being David and his son Solomon. David tells him to show thyself a man. In other words, the most important thing for you to do as the king of Israel is for you to be a man. Somebody say man up. Man up. In other words, the most important thing for you to do as the king of Israel is for you to be a man. He didn't say that he should be a warrior.
Come on.
He didn't say for him to be a conqueror or to be kingly. He said that the most important thing for you to do is to be a man. And he's talking about being a strong man. He's not talking about a sissy or a wimp. He's talking about somebody who can take the wind when it blows. He's talking about a man that can take charge over his house and can take care of his home. He's not talking about some foolishness here. So what, husband, if your wife is a nurse and she's making more money than you, baby, still be the man of your house. God made you the lordship over your house. He made you the ruler and the king over your house. You're still a man. Somebody say I'm a man. Not a powerful man, not a pretty man, not a prestigious man, but he tells him to be a strong man. What does he say? And what is a strong man? David tells him to be a strong man. You will do three things. You will observe. Somebody say observe. So you got to be observant. Men in this season, you have to be observant because we are in the season, baby, of spiritual warfare. And all hell is breaking out, Sister Deborah, on every end. God says, I'm looking for some men in the house that will begin to open up their eyes and see what's coming around them, to see what's in front of them. Somebody say observant. You will walk. I'm not talking about walking how you want to walk when you want to walk. I'm not talking about doing your deed when you want to do your deed. I'm talking about walking upright and walking in the things of God. Somebody holler, closed mouths don't get fed on this boulevard. So in order for me to walk on a boulevard that has everything I need, I have to begin to open up my mouth. I have to begin to take charge over the atmosphere, man. I have to begin to say the devil is a liar. And when you open up your mouth, Ace Hood was trying to say, baby, if I don't open up my mouth, if a man don't work, he don't eat. If I don't open up my mouth and begin to take charge and to begin to do something, I ain't gonna have nothing on my boulevard. My boulevard gonna be empty. If I don't go and apply for the job, my boulevard gonna be empty. If I don't go back to school and get my next degree, my boulevard's gonna be empty. And you will keep. Observe what the Lord requires. Walk in the ways of the Lord and keep the law. Hallelujah. God, the men, to be a man means that you will observe, you will walk, and you will keep. See, men keep some stuff that women can't keep. I'm going to say it again. Men keep things that some women cannot keep. Oh God, I'm not going there. Then you will receive the promise of God. So God says, I'm looking for some men that won't keep quiet in this season. That when they get in the sanctuary, they won't do this. But will open up their mouths and worship. When they begin to open up their mouths, baby, praise and worship ain't for sissies. Praise and worship is for real men. When you can open up your mouth and say, God, I thank you because the bullet could have got to me. God, I thank you because the car could have killed me. God, I thank you. I'm looking for some men that'll be bouncers. You know what a bouncer is at the club? A bouncer, you act like you ain't been out. What the bouncer does. I was studying that thing, and God says, tell the men in the house, I'm looking for some bouncers. I'm looking for some men. What does the bouncer do? The bouncer is tall. The bouncer is strong. You don't see no weak bouncers at the club, baby. And what the bouncer does, the bouncer, first of all, keeps control. The bouncer keeps control over the atmosphere outside the club. And every now and then you get a little switch, a pretty thing that tries to come and tip him so that she can get in the club for free. So the bouncer has to stand his ground whether the pretty thing is coming or not. But not only does the bouncer keep control, Pastor, but the bouncer makes sure that the immature things don't come in. I'm where I need to be. God says, I'm looking for some men that won't allow immature demons to come into their lives, but will stand up on the wall and say, look here, devil, I am a bouncer. I'm not letting no underage demon, I'm not letting no immature Christian feed into my ear. Baby, you never been married. How you gonna help me? You never dated. How you gonna help me? I don't need no immature Christian coming in my life. Somebody say I'm a bouncer. Oh God. So as I get ready to take my seat, God is saying that He's calling for some men to not only observe the principles, but to walk in the things of God. But most of all, to be a bouncer. Because a bouncer can't work at the door with his mouth closed. A bouncer has to open up his mouth. Thank you, Ace Hood, for the song. Hustle, 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 hustle hard. Close.